I am making this video to hold myself accountable and perhaps to open up a conversation, but whether that happens or not is fine with me. I don't really mind. Um, we all talk a lot about social media and phones and how addicted people are to all of this AI trash and constant selfies and filming everything and everyone, often without their consent. And I've always found it so weird, borderline dystopian. And often when I go on social media, it's like I'm at the Mean Girls table in high school again. I was just watching a YouTube video from a creator named Athena Isabella, and she has gone 5 years without social media, maybe more. I don't remember the date of the video when it was posted. And in tandem, I've also been reading this book, No Longer Human. And it's really, really good. It touches on this feeling of being a stranger in your own society. And I think, having always felt this way, having never really related to anyone super deeply. I have friends, I have family that I love extremely, extremely. But I've never felt like anyone has understood me to my core. And it can be a lonely feeling. So why would I amplify it by going on social media and being misunderstood even more? You know what I mean? I don't even like my phone. I changed my phone number recently. I got a new phone plan to save money. And I got out a pen and paper and I wrote down the 15 to 20 people that I had spoken to, called or texted in the last month. And those are the only people I have in my contacts. Because I don't think anyone else would really matter. If I haven't spoken to you in that long, then I don't think naturally you are in my life right now. And if you want to reach out again, you'll find me. It's just, I think it's weird that we are all so readily available 24/7. We are seeking each other out 24/7. I moved into my first home 3 weeks ago, and I keep complaining about my neighbors. I keep saying, every time I go on my front porch, they try to make small talk with me, and that's why I don't sit on my front porch. But then I go inside and I scroll on TikTok for 8 hours, watching people make small talk. So I think, what is perturbing to me, what I find irritating, is me being perceived. I think I've become almost agoraphobic because of social media and my phone. I think it's given me the opportunity to become agoraphobic while still feeling connected. There's a lot of shit I've done that I wish I hadn't have done because of social media. I've gone into severe credit card debt, thinking I needed to travel the world, or buy the latest trends, or cut and color my hair a certain way, or wear my makeup a certain way. I've thought that I've needed cosmetic procedures, and thank God I didn't get them, because that is inherently so deeply against my values and beliefs. I have gotten deeper into substance abuse because of social media, because I crave that dopamine hit constantly. And it's just not good. It's not good for the brain. It's not good for my brain. There's a lot of videos on YouTube telling you what to do, telling you that you need to brick your phone, or that you need to hobby max, or you need to create a hobby bag, or you need to do all these things, and you don't need to do anything other than what you think is good for you and the way you want to live your life. I just don't want to live my life dictated by someone else. And right now, it feels like I'm living my life based on an algorithm that I didn't create, to be sold and told who I need to be. And that is not something that I would ever subscribe to. That's not something that is in line with who I am as a person. I very much value individuality and creativity and curiosity. I read a lot of books. I like painting, and I love writing. And I've abandoned those hobbies, not completely, but substantially. because of social media, and I don't want to spend my time staring at a screen. It's okay if I watch YouTube videos, because I've never found that I get addicted to YouTube. I like an essay now and then. I like to watch vlogs. I love, like, Lauren Louise on here is great. I love, like, slower vlogs. I love book recommendations on YouTube. I learn a lot on YouTube. There's a lot of really good documentaries on here. I love going to the movies. And there have been moments where I haven't been able to sit through a movie or a TV show without pulling out my phone. I'm switching one screen for another screen. And I just don't think that's normal. I don't think that's a normal way to live. I'm sorry. It's like this thwarted aspect of our modern world is that we're all scared to talk to each other and make eye contact, but we go inside and watch videos of other people and leave comments and chat with people on forums for all waking hours of our days. When I turn my phone off, I get so much done. When I go on Do Not Disturb, or, I turn my Wi-Fi off, I get so much done around the house. I complete projects that I've been putting off for weeks. I can read 2 books in a day, and I'm actually creative again. I actually allow myself to sit in the boredom, and it feels great, but it also feels polarizing, not being connected. So, I'm 28 right now, and I'm scared to embark on this, because how do you make friends when everyone else is addicted to social media? Do I go to dive bars alone? Do I reach out to my current friends and family and see if they want to go to events with me? Do I find things out through my local newspaper, like things going on around town? How do I engage with someone at a bookstore, at the grocery store? How do I know if someone is willing to talk to me, or if someone wants to be left alone? Is it better to risk being seen as annoying than risk missing out on a potential friend or partner? These are things I have to ask myself, and I have to confront, because I was in such a shell when I was in high school, where I would just spend every day in my bedroom, and I feel like I've reverted back into that shell a little bit again, and I need to break out of it. I need to break back into the real world. I need to leave the house more. I need to talk to real people face to face. I don't think my soulmate's on an app that you can find on, the creators on the NASDAQ. I don't relate to people on social media. I don't relate to people who don't read. I don't relate to people who love AI. I don't relate to people who think it's okay to post their personal gripes on social media instead of just talking to the people involved about it. I don't relate to that. So I'm fine if my work involves, using computers, but I don't want my life to be central to the screen. So I'm going to post this, and I'm going to delete every social media app on my phone, and I'll try for a month, and hopefully 2 months, and then 3 months, and then the rest of my life. Comment if you want, if you've done this yourself or whatever. But yeah. Okay, bye.